welcome to this week's video of the week. Today we are talking about a kind of important topic. A lot of you have been asking me just how you can come along and custom order through me, custom order through my website, custom order in general through DLRN. So today we are looking at my website. I'm not too sure how many people know this even exists. I have been forgetting to put it into the description bar on my YouTube videos, and if this video is up and it's not in there, someone leave me a comment below and say, hey, you forgot to do it again. So hopefully it is up there though, because I have been working kind of hard on trying to get some things more organized as we head towards the end of 2017 and go into 2018. Again, still cannot believe that it is so close and we are going to be in a new year. So the cool thing about being on this screen recorder right now is because I want to share the process of filling in this form together. So as you can see, we're on my website right now. I'm showing you my link is up the top there in the browser, and whilst I don't have a domain yet because I don't use my website admittedly as enough as we need to, I will be looking into that next year, hopefully. It is still a pretty easy web address to kind of remember. You can use Google as well, but we're going to head to custom ordering right now and show you that website page. So this is the custom ordering page. It holds a lot of information that you may need to know. I have been doing custom orders now for 3 years. On this form, it used to have slightly different information. I am working on making it as easy to read and understand what you're receiving at any stage. But today we're actually here to look at what I offer in a more broader context. So we're going to be looking at this website link that I've created. It's a form where we can fill it in and make sure we've got all the information that we need. So I am fully booked for 2017 right now, but this is all for going into 2018, and in this bolded area is where you can find the form that we need to fill in, and we are going to click on this link and head off to the form itself. So I don't believe you need to have a Google account to use this form, but it is based on a Google app, and I know that both Android and the Apple services, as well as computers, Microsoft and stuff, can use Google. So this form should be accessible to everyone. Now I want to point out that you are not obligated in any way, if you fill in this form, to be making a baby with me. So that sounded a bit odd, but what I mean by that is that you don't have to feel like filling in this form is an agreement. You are simply filling this in curiosity's sake, or you want to know how much it costs to get a DLRN baby and save up for it or something like that. This is definitely just something where you are browsing. You are not obligated in any way to fill in this form and stick to it. The great thing about this is once we've spoken, this form will probably just be a base layer and simply guide our way through the actual custom order process. So this form is very easy to fill in. I'm going to show you how. I'm going to fill it in using a baby that I am actually picking up off of pre-order this week. Well, I guess it's not a pre-order. It's coming out really soon, and it is the Thomas by Olga Auer. And I've filled in my name so far, and now we are filling in the email address. It is really important that you leave me an email address if you want to be contacted there. If you don't use email, then you need to leave me some way where I can contact you, which is in this next section here. If email is the easiest thing for you to message me back and forth on, please leave email address as above. If we contact each other a lot on Instagram, or that's where you've found the easiest place to contact me on, then please put in Instagram and your ID, so forth, for any other social media that you may use. So as you can see, we are filling in now that it says Instagram, and I'm giving you over my ID for Instagram because that would be really helpful if you could give me yours so I can find you without having to try and remember everyone's ID, especially if it changes. And the last thing in this initial part that we need to fill in is your location. So the location part is really vital to me. I know my mouse is going everywhere right now, but I need to know it so I can give you your unique custom quote. In my quotes, I always put shipping costs. So the cost for your baby will be different from someone that lives in New Zealand, because it will be in your own currency and in your, with the shipping costs included. If it was a New Zealand baby, then it would be in my current currency and with your shipping costs included too. I hope that makes sense. I sound a little bit confusing. This section here is really important to fill in. This is the base layer of our custom order request, is what kit you are interested in. We're going to do it with Thomas, but before we go ahead and do that, we are going to click it as if we don't have a kit in mind. So we're going to click no, and then we're going to move along to the next requests down. So if you don't have a kit in mind, are you open to an open-eyed baby or a closed-eyed baby? Do you have no preference? So for this argument's sake, we're going to put closed-eyed baby, and we're going to look at the sizes that I have available. Now, I'm going to choose newborn, but maybe I'm open to having a small newborn or a large newborn, as long as it's a newborn sized baby. However, I could be specific and say, no, I've got a specific item that I want to use on my kit, and I only want to use newborn. So that's another option you could have. Or you could send me on a complete wild goose chase and click all of them, but we're not going to click them right now. The other thing I want to point out is that if you choose open eye babies, I will be having a new section added into this. I forgot to put it in before filming this about eyes, so I generally just have a basic acrylic eye that is attached for no extra cost to all open-eyed babies. If you request the beautiful glass eyes, there is a surcharge for that, and that will be stated in the form as well. So it'll be roughly around that area there where the mouse is pointing. So the next section we want to be looking at, my phone is making noises. Let me just highlight that. Is that we do have a kit in mind, and the great thing about that is we can just put in the name, which is Thomas by Olga Auer, and then for me on the other end, I can go, right, I know that kit, I can look that up and see if I've got it in stock here. If I don't, where can I buy it from? Because I deal with a few stockists around the world. Where can I source everything that needs to go with that kit? And the great thing is most of those websites have all the sizings, all the components that come with those babies already listed down, so I don't have to worry. If one comes with a belly plate, then I can add that into the quote price as well. So the painting part is really cool. I want to add photos to this in the future. All photos that will be added will be all from my own work. I do not believe in sharing other people's work as my own, and I don't replicate from other people's work. Inspiration photos are fine, but I prefer to state that I cannot replicate in anything. So we're filling it in now, and I've chosen newborn reds and pinks, noticeable mottling, and red subtle tones for the blushing. If you need help with any of this, of course I can help you with that. Then if you have any other painting requests, perhaps you might like a birthmark, you can write that in the section there. And be as specific or as vague as you require. You can add in a Google link to a baby that has marking or discoloration on it, and I can try my best to incorporate that into the design of your custom order. So as you can see, we've filled that in. We're moving down into the hair section now. We're going to click yes for argument's sake. If you want a bull baby, that is totally cool as well. But for this, we're going to fill it in with having hair. I've listed all the basic shades of hair that you can get and that I generally have in stock. However, there is, like, if we look at light brown, I have 4 different light browns in stock. So that's where we would get down to the nitty-gritty and choose one together. But for the argument's sake of this, we're going to put a medium brown for Thomas, and then we're going to scroll down, and we're going to choose the thickness of hair. And the baby wisps suit him fine because he is a preemie. I've accidentally clicked the full head though, but the general consensus is the realistic variation. I do that often, and a lot of people like that a lot. Onto the length of hair, we want baby length, and then in the section here for style, I'm going to write down that it's kind of going to be like Medley's hair, which is a baby that I created in 2015. And you could say that as well. You could choose, I would like hair like Nico, or a baby that I've done, or you could send me through, again, Google pictures, or you know, another hairstyle of your choice, and I will do my best to incorporate that as well. We're moving into the final steps, which is the layette section, and we can choose whatever we like for our layette. Obviously, I will do my best to find it. If it's not available, then we can rediscuss that. But you could put things like elephants and blue as a colour, or race cars and red as a colour. You could just put blue as a colour, or anything you like. You could put classical baby clothing items, anything that suits you in your choice, because this is your baby. So the next thing we're going to look at is the handmade section, which is the knitted and crochet items my mum and I make. We're going to click yes because I would obviously love that, but some people might not like yarn, or have they're allergic to wool or anything like that, so that is where you can say no. All the items are brand new. We make custom, like special to order or made to order items only. The anything else that I haven't covered in the form, you can fill in there. And this section is only for New Zealand people because I cannot send magnets internationally. It is prohibited, so only in New Zealand can I offer those 2 options, unfortunately. So that is the form finished. Once you feel as though you've answered everything as you'd like, you can push submit, and you can then go on and wait for me to reply. I generally would reply within 48 hours of you receiving this, sending this through to me, and I will try my best to reply to you on the place where you have asked. And from there we would go ahead and speak about your options. I would give you a quote. We could work around different kind of quotes as well, different kind of price ranges for if you don't have a kit in mind. So there is the lower end kits and then the limited editions, etc. like that. So it's just something that we've got in stock. I save everything onto my phone, or my computer, and it gets attached to my OneNote as well. So I would have that information at all times to refer back to when I am working on your order. I hope this has come as a handy video for you. I know it's a bit wordy and tedious, but I really wanted to share this with you all because I know that there are people out there who have been requesting this and wanting to know more. So if there are anything else I haven't covered in this, please feel free to leave me a comment below. Any questions are all too welcome, and I will do my best to answer them as soon as I can. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I do hope that this video was of help to someone, and I will be back with a new one very soon. Bye everyone.